y'all, so today we're going to learn how to play Taxicab by 21 Pilots on the ukulele, and it was requested for me by Nisha Ramos, so I hope this helps. And before we start, I want to give a huge shout out to Gu Tigro, not sure how to pronounce his username, but he did a cover of Taxicab on the ukulele, and it was really good, and he gave me the sheet music, and so I based my cover off of his, so I'll put a link to that in the description. So yeah, let's go into that. The chords that you'll need are A, D sus2, E sus4, E, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, and B minor. For A, we're going to put our first finger on the C string first fret and our second finger on the G string second fret. For D sus2, we're going to put our first finger on the G string second fret and our second finger on the C string second fret. E sus4 will be your first finger on the G string second fret, your second finger on the A string second fret, and your third finger on the C string fourth fret. For E major, I played the bar version, so with your first finger you're going to bar the fourth fret, and with your third finger you're going to put it on the A string seventh fret. The other way you can play E major is put your first finger on the A string second fret, your second finger on the G string fourth fret, your third finger on the C string fourth fret, and your pinky on the E string fourth fret. F sharp minor, you'll put your first finger on the C string first fret, your second finger on the G string second fret, and your third finger on the E string second fret. C sharp minor will be your first finger on the G string first fret, your second finger on the C string first fret, and you're not going to play the bottom string. B minor, you'll bar the second fret with your first finger and put your third finger on the fourth fret of the G string. For the strumming and picking, there will be 4 strumming patterns and 2 picking patterns. The first strumming pattern is going to be that one that you recognize as the Taxicab rhythm, and that's the down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And you repeat that. So with the chords, it sounds like down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And whenever I do down, down, I take my fingers off and immediately put them back on. If you didn't do that, it would sound like this. Whereas if you do it where you go lift off, press back on, it sounds like this. I'm going to go ahead and teach you the first picking pattern because it happens right after this first strumming pattern. So in the intro and the verses and stuff, you're going to play that first strumming pattern one time through, the second time through at the very end. Instead of doing up, down, up again, you're going to do the picking pattern. So it would sound like this. The chords are A, D sus2, A, E sus4. So A, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. And instead of doing up, down, up, we're going to do the picking pattern. So on E sus4, you're going to pick the A string, pick the G string, pick the E string, move your third finger down to that E string and pick the E string again. The next strumming pattern is just down, down, down. The third strumming pattern will be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So a little slower. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. You're only going to use this a couple of times. In the chorus, you're doing down, down. And the second time you do it, you go, don't be afraid. And then you do it. So that's when you would do that one. And right after you finish that, you're going to do the second picking. And that's going to be this sound. So with your first finger, you're going to put that on the G string first fret. And then go to the second fret, the fourth fret, and the 6th fret. So first, second, 4, 6. The last strumming pattern is going to be for the rap, and that's going to be the very same as the first strumming pattern, but the second half is different. So it starts off the same with down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And then it changes to down, up, down, up, 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 down, up. So with the chords for the rap are A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor. It sounds like this. Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up. So the chords, strumming pattern, all that stuff is exactly the same for the intro and all of the verses. And the chords will be A, D sus2, A, E sus4. You're going to play that 2 times. At the end of the second time, instead of doing up, down, up, you're going to do that picking pattern that I showed you. So we're going to do the intro first, starting on A, down, up, D sus2, down, down, up, A, up, E sus4, down, up, A, down, up, D sus2, down, up, A, down, up, E sus4, down, and the picking. Now we're going to go right into verse 1. Everything is exactly the same, except we're going to be singing. So on A, I wanna, D sus2, fall inside your A, E sus4, fill up every A in D sus2, side my A, E sus4, picking, it's repeating on A, and I want D sus2 to A, E sus4, that I am half an A, D, D sus2, guided A, E sus4, picking. Now we're going to go right into the pre-chorus, and the chords for that are B minor, E major, B minor, F sharp minor, B minor, E major. We're just going to be doing the down, down strumming pattern. So on B minor, sometimes we will die and sometimes E, we will fly away. B minor, either way you're by my side. F sharp minor, till my dying E major, and B minor, E major, I said. Now we go right into the chorus, and the chords for that will be A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor. Repeat that and end on D sus2. The strumming will just be down, down, down. The only difference is on the second F sharp minor, you're going to do that strumming pattern that is down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So on A, don't be, C sharp minor, afraid, F, I said A, don't be, C sharp minor, afraid, F sharp minor, going D sus2, and do that picking. Now we go immediately into the interlude and verse 2, and that is exactly the same as the intro and verse 1. So on A, we're going to do the exact same thing. D sus2, A, E sus4, A, D sus2, A, E sus4, picking. Going into verse 2. I wanna D sus2 of A, E sus4, breathless piece of A, I, D sus2, made for A, E sus4, picking, A, immortal, D sus2, rotting piece of A, E sus4, help me carry A, but D sus2, this you A, E sus4, picking. Now we do the pre-chorus and the chorus again, is exactly the same. B minor, sometimes we will die and sometimes E major, we will fly away. B minor, either way you're by my side. F sharp minor, till my dying E major. B minor, and if I'm not there and I'm for a E major, I said A, don't be. C sharp minor, afraid. F sharp minor, I said A, don't be. C sharp minor, afraid. F sharp minor, going D sus2. Now we're going to go on to the rap, and the chords for that will be A, C sharp minor, and F sharp minor. And the strumming for that will be the last strumming pattern, which is very similar to the very first one. You do the down, up, down, up, down, down, up, and then you go down, up, down, up, 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 down, up. Also make sure you're not playing the bottom string on C sharp minor. Starting on A, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down, up. Now we start the rap. It's really hard for me to say the chords and rap at the same time, so just know that it is A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, over and over again with that same strumming pattern, and I'm just gonna go through the rap, okay? Thirst ran out of gas, a passenger person grabbed the map, and the driver inside it contrived a new route to save the past and checked his watch and grabbed a cab, a beautifully plain taxi cab, a cab. Had it cleared out back and two men started to unpack. Drive me once again, but now this time there were three men, and then I heard one of them say, I know the night will turn to gray, I know the stars will start to fade, when all the darkness fades away, we had to steal him from his fate so he could see another day. Then I cracked open my box, so I must have picked the lock. The light revealed the spot my fingernails had fought. Then I pushed it open more, pushing up against the door. Then I sat up off the floor and found the breath I was searching for. But there were three men up front, all I saw were backs of heads. And I asked, am I alive and well, or am I dreaming dead? Then I turned around to say, we're driving towards the morning sun, where all your blood is washed away and all you did will be undone. Now I'm gonna stop real quick, but we're going to keep playing that exact same thing, and we're gonna start singing the don't be afraid, don't be afraid. So let's just do that real quick. So you just finished be undone, C sharp minor, F sharp minor. I said don't, C sharp minor, F sharp minor. I said A, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, D sus2, and that picking pattern. Now we're going to go back to the very beginning with that intro / verse stuff. We're going to play it twice and then we'll be done. So A, down, up, D sus2, A, D sus4, A, D sus2, maybe a little slower, A, E sus4, end on the picking, and A. I hope that helped. This is a really hard piece, so take your time and be patient with yourself as you're practicing, because I know it took me some time to put the singing plus the rhythm and the chords and all that stuff, but it's really fun and it sounds really good once you get it, so good luck.